Oh, we're rolling.
What? Start off the time.
Laura, take it away.
Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, so I'm the host today, and the topic I chose is one that I decided not to look up Google for. So the question is, I think everyone has this mode that I call turbo mode. So it's basically like when you are so productive that nothing can distract you and nothing can stop you, not even being hungry. So it's like, you know, when you're working at 200% instead of 100%. So what are ways that you guys can get into that mode? Because it's not, I don't think it's easy to be that productive. I think there are certain factors you have to meet to be at 200%. What's the first?
I'll do it. Well, what I usually do is first I put in my headphones and I turn to the people around me and say, nobody speak to me until I say, and then I go on my, well, I can't do that here, but then I go to my headphones. What helps me is I actually go into turbo mode a lot and then I kind of forget, but what I do is sometimes I listen to music, but I find it weird to, like, if it's like a shuffled playlist, I find it weird to stay focused when everything's so different. So I usually listen to like a long podcast or an audio book, like maybe an hour or 2 hours. And then it's like I just kind of sit down and focus. I don't know, it's just something I can kind of do.
Okay, sounds reasonable.
And then I'm like, why do I feel like garbage? And then I check the clock and it's been like 6 hours and I haven't like eaten or gone to the bathroom and I'm just like, that's why. So, yep.
Next.
So I don't quite understand your question, but you say that the time we turbo ring, right?
Yeah, have you ever felt so productive that...
Like, I understand that now. Like, but just like when I focus something and I didn't know anything happened around me and also the time, and if somebody talk to me and I just like then I didn't hear anything.
What?
Yeah, and it come in and then come out the other year. Yeah, and that's what at the time I'm so productive. Like,
How do you achieve it?
how it's not because that something you interesting. It's because that it's the goal you have set and you willing to do it and you want to finish and also you have the deadline and also you want to finish it fast before the deadline, so you have to concentrate it. And if somebody distracted, you feel like you feel like something angry, right? Yeah, and no, please leave me alone and I will do it before the deadline. Thanks. That's it.
Okay, for me, like I was in that mode before, and I think the main one I in that mode. That's because truly the main point is we have to understand about what we have to do. So when you know what you do, and then you understand about that job, so you will work harder, smarter, and then maybe more than 200% productive. So the main, I think the main point is you have to understand what do you do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
good.
Thank you.
Next.
So what make you in turbo mode? Like I would say the deadline.
Yeah.
You put you into like 200% working.
It lights a fire under your butt.
So I said the deadline will make you turn into like 200%. And I believe your goal too. What you want to complete. You want to make more money. You have to finish early. So your goal, my goal is like making money, traveling. So you have to finish every job quick. You get another job.
Okay. I agree. Next.
To me, like deadline just make me rush. Like I can't feel like productive. So like one time I had to write like an essay like in an hour because I was slacking off. So I just like always look at the clock and try to like write as much as possible. So I can't really feel like productive when I like chill and relax and time like doesn't matter. And it's something that I enjoy doing. So deadline just make me rush. Like just trying to get it done as soon as possible. I can't even think of anything. Just like always look at the clock to make sure that I can finish it on time.
Okay. I also agree. Next.
That's all go.
It's my turn.
Your turn? No, my lady first and all. Okay, so it's kind of hard for me to stay focused at least most of the time. But I would say there are times that I stay very focused, and those would be when I'm being chased by someone, or being urged toward deadlines, or when I get competitive. It's when I'm very focused, to that zones. But other than that, I say it's best if you set a time for yourself, maybe 3 hours per day, where you can put everything you can into, just focus and do the job that you need to do. And I guess you need to feel good as well when you are focused. So eat breakfast and sleep well. That's what I would recommend, in my opinions. That's it.
Okay,
Okay, so my turn. So people talk about the deadline. Well, actually, you should not wait until a deadline to rush into the goal. You can regularly practice it. Before. So how to practice? First, you need to determine you want to be productive all the time. Second, you need to plan ahead. So the easy way is in the morning, you try to write down whatever you want to do. Then you write the point. Okay, which one need to go first? And you had the home queue of what you to do. And you just have to be strictly follow the queue you plan ahead. Unless something happens, then you change the order of the stuff. And if you can practice it every day, you don't need to the deadline to rush to that. That's what I think.
I agree.
Yes.
Keep.
I think productivity is extremely important if anyone wants to achieve something. I think if we really know what we want and why we started, so we can turn into motivation. So we can push ourselves to be more than 200% of the productivity. So we can achieve anything that we want to do.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah, I find it really random for me to activate
Yeah,
my
me too.
turbo mode. Like in the morning, I find it super hard to focus. Like I've been looking around the whole time you guys been talking, and I think how I got into turbo mode is like while listening to music and the deadline, and combine that together, I just like go turbo mode. I just don't care about time. I just get my work done. Boom.
Turbo mode.
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't even like notice my surroundings.
Yeah.
And like, if someone walks through my door, I don't even know until like my brother saying hi or something.
Everyone
Walks
else
up there. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you, sister.
I think to focus something to finish it, first we need to start with the hobby thing. It's like you should to like it too, because when you like it, you feel like can do easy way and can do more faster. But like it's not everything in the world is can do like you can like it. In the job is like sometimes is the deadline is very close, like customer want in the end of the day, so we are I should to setting the goal, like what is the goal to focus the job, my job more quickly is I set is money to get a job more quickly, because if I cannot focus to do my job, and I cannot get money.
Money goes.
Money.
Money goes. Money.
Thank you.
What I like to do is I like to break it up into chunks, or it's like I work for like 1 hour, then I take like a tiny break, maybe go to the bathroom, have a cigarette, then I go back, then I work. And then about like halfway through, I'm just like, okay, now I'll take a longer break, and I'll just kind of loosen up, maybe get something to eat, smoke another cigarette, and then go back to work.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Use a whole sentence.
Your turn or my turn?
Can you take away?
Me? I'll go first so you can have the chance to Okay, so I actually agree with Dan here when it comes to deadlines. Deadlines actually make me slower because I'm kind of panicking and I'm stressed and my mind is not clear.
And you're making mistakes and everything.
Well, I'm making mistakes and I'm kind of, not in a straight line. So I think deadlines, like the pressure of deadlines actually make me less productive sometimes because I'm so stressed. I'm just too stressed thinking about it. But the way I counter that, for me, is I was actually in this mode yesterday. The day before that I was not. But yesterday, what I did to go into turbo mode was I cleared my mind and my emotions, and I let all the baggage go, and I did what the bear did. I wrote everything down in the way. So, I feel like just clearing your mind of all the bad things will help you get into turbo mode and putting on music so no one distracts you.
What I've learned to do, sorry if I'm talking a lot, it's if you feel like panicking, you only give yourself 5 minutes to panic. You consolidate your meltdown into 5 minutes. And for those 5 minutes, you just lose it. And then you set a timer on your phone, and then once that timer goes off, you're just like, okay, meltdown's done. Back to work. That's what I do. It gets it out a little bit.
Thank you, Claire. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna take about 15 minutes today. You think about it. Okay.
It is currently 10:16.
All right, thank you. So when your car running slow, let's say you try to go to work, right? Your car running so slow because your car back there in the 90s. You can't do anything. So your car's running slow. So what can you do? You can install a turbo, man, right? That's the way to do it, right? Same thing with the concept. So how, when you're running slow, how you're gonna install the turbo in you, right? So what's the turbo? What's the turbo here?
A notebook.
All right, a notebook. Okay, that's just one key, one factor. What else?
Monster. Yes.
That's
Oh
more
yeah, that's mine.
energy. Okay. What else?
Nicotine.
What else?
Nicotine.
No. You guys, focus.
Okay.
I want you guys name out one thing that we can apply directly today. Okay. What else?
Music.
Music can go too, but that's not the best one. Okay. Anyone have a chance to name one?
I have one. Positivity.
Positivity. Okay. What about Claire?
Isolating yourself.
Isolate.
Or
Sorry,
so no one
you
can-
cannot isolate yourself here, man.
Well, or like artificially isolate yourself.
Okay,
Or just
accept-
a little bit.
Okay,
as much
accept
as
that.
you-
Okay, how about you?
Much as you can.
Organization.
Organization. Okay. How about you?
Promise.
Promise. Okay, promise.
For example, if like the customer was want their project.
Okay, I got you. Little sister. So what's your factor here?
Music and deadlines.
Music and deadline. Okay. How about you, brother?
Rest properly.
I'm sorry?
Rest properly. Take a rest
Okay,
properly.
take a rest, okay. How about you? To-do list? Yeah, awesome. For me, very simple. No one can be perfect, so we have to practice. So because we are people, we're human, we really feel uncomfortable, do things that we push ourselves into it, right? So for me, just use your phone, set every project that you get on your hand, and every project that you get aside, set the counter clock. Okay, your goal is, let's say, the business goal. Okay, you set the counter clock. Okay, let's say you set about 15 minutes. Okay, to see if you can achieve it, and then how you can push yourself, because you have to install the turbo in you, right? Something that push you behind, right? And then let's say 15 minutes you can achieve it. So let's do 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So that way you constantly put in your mind that, okay, I have to focus. I need to get this done. I know this is not easy. I know for some may work, for some don't. But you have to practice. Like Laura saying, when she got the deadline, right? She's gonna be panicked about what she's doing, and she get lost, right? So for me, let's say talk about the Quik Connect a few years ago, a year ago, when we stand here and speak, Laura, I mean Kaiser, I'm shaking like right here, right? Hey, man, today the Quik Connect, I'm the one hosting. Shaking like this. So practice, right? Now she's perfect. Okay. So basically, the takeaway today is, just use your phone as a tool. We can practice. For me, I'm going to do the same. When I say something, I do the same. I say Scott assigned me something. If someone asks me to do something, I'm going to set a deadline. Or the projects that I know that cannot be done today, I set the reminder. If you can go to my reminder, you will see the whole bunch of reminding stuff here. Okay, reminder. You're gonna repeatedly show me. Okay, eating every 2 hours. Call your man what time. So that's how I organize my stuff. Okay, same thing. I think that's we've been talking a lot, but use simple thing that can help us right away. Okay, I know my leader here want to say something. Yeah, sir.
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
I believe everybody got their own right to do their own thing. Are you agree?
Yeah.
And I agree that too, right? But to me, every business, they got the rule of the business. Every house, they got their own rule. Make example, let's say Laura, right? She got her house. She want to invite us to come over her house. I open her door, and I see that in her house, she don't wear the suits in her house.
Okay.
What I gonna do?
Take off your shoes.
Because what?
Because that's her house.
Our rule.
Right? Because I step in her house, I follow her rule. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So I hope everybody join GPS. We got the rule, the policy. Right? What you need to do with it?
Follow.
Did you do it? Or sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't.
You gotta always do it.
Right? So I want everybody to understand the company has their own rules. if you join in, you have to follow with it, right? Make example, I'm from Vietnam, right? We live in a Vietnamese rule. The Vietnamese rule what? If I drive the car on the road, the car pull over, what I need to do?
Run away.
You cool, right? I still stop, right? And then what are you gonna do? No, I put out the pocket, right? I get some cash, I give to them, and I buy, right? I say hi and I buy, right?
The high and buy.
Right, hi and buy. That's what I live in our country, right? When I go to the United States, I started their rule, yeah? But sometimes I do our rule, right? So what they gonna do?
Put you in the jail.
Congratulations, you know the rule. You understand the rule? It means different country got different rule. When you join some country, you have to follow their rule. If not, they take you in the jail or they kick you back to your own.
Or they're just needy.
Right. Or you have to pay for that. Okay? So I want everybody to understand, if you join the company, you have to follow the company rule. If you create your own rule, you got pension money, and you've been removed out of the company, don't blame anybody. Okay? Don't say because the company is strict, you know, or you plan something else. Come on, plan yourself. Make sense?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So what we set it out, what we've been setting, follow that and do it. Is that okay?
Sir.
Make sense? I will share you more. All right. Thank you very much. Remember, every house they got their own rule. I've come to your house. I follow your rule. Come into company. Follow the company rule. Basically, in the company, I don't want to hear anybody talk about game. Why?
Instruction.
Right. Training one people to understand the process of community take a lot of time and effort and a lot of money. Right? If they talk about game, other people see it, they go in it, and always think about game. What you gonna be? You think productive. And then later on, 3 months later, they don't make money and they complain, oh, you guys don't make money. Because they don't focus on what they do. Okay, remember, you come here to learn and to earn and to grow. Okay? If I see anybody catch anybody talk about game, I will ask them to go home. I don't care who you are and what you are. Because I know no matter what I build, will and build, or all the partner work hard on it, you will destroy that. So why don't I destroy you now then? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Please understand. This company has the policy and okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All
Get
right,
back
take
to
it
Laura.
away.
Okay, and with that being said, let's put our hands together and get started with the day. Get through the day.
And remember, try to use the clock today, okay?
1, 2, 3,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.